Ladies and gentlemen, the fishy friends, welcome back to Megaquarium. That's right, with the Freshwater Frenzy DLC. Right, I anticipate this being the last episode in this little mini-series that we've done, mostly because, I mean, we've unlocked almost all of the fish, we've unlocked almost all of the brand new freshwater stuff, and the aquarium is looking pretty darn good. I'm really happy with the way that it's working. And everything seems to be running mostly smoothly, apart from the game. When a day starts, it really starts to chug. I really think that we are probably at the limit of the size of our aquarium, to be honest. But hey ho, maybe that's just me. Anyway, what have we got? What do we want to do? Well, I am desperate, I tell you, to see if we can try and get one of these fantastic dwarf crocodiles down. Holy cow, look at that. Oh, that is incredible. Right, so we're gonna need to get a super special tank. We're gonna need to get a beach tank. Now, we've already got a small beach tank, so why don't we bump it on up to a big beach tank? We'll just stick that right in the corner there. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that location now that I've plonked it down there. I may indeed have to change it up a little bit. What about there? How does that sort of look? Don't actually hate that as much as I thought I would. We could still do with expanding this freshwater area a bit. And by a bit, I mean by a substantial amount. Oh, also, I should have mentioned... Let's just throw this down here then, shall we? I should have mentioned at the start that we do want to try and fulfill some of these little mini missions. So getting the butterfly ram, I do actually legitimately want to do that today. I know that I've been procrastinating about growing the fish and whatnot and buying the appropriate fish and making it big and everything, but I promise you we'll at least try to do it today. How about that? All right, let's throw down some of these wonderful crockies. I don't even know how many we're supposed to put in. How many are we supposed to put in? Like 3? 2? 2, 3? Should we try 3? Let's try 3. 1, 2, 1. Why can I not place this down? Oh, yes, because they cost an absolute arm and a leg. Very, very unbelievably expensive. Why are you behind the scenes? It's just like people will consistently try and wander behind all of the infrastructure that I put in the way of them. That's really rather irritating. Okay, what do we need in order to make this area work? Well, water filtration is a darn good start, so we'll throw down one of those as soon as we've got the cash. Don't really want to put it into 3 times speed, because if I put it in 3 times speed, I feel like the game will start to chug. Let's also throw down a large heater. Probably don't need a super large heater, but we'll do it just to be on the safe side, eh? We'll throw in 2 of these, some long reed things, and then we will throw in the lamps. Just the power lamps, I think, will be totally fine, although even that costs 2 and a bit grand. That is quite pricey. It looks like all of the feeding materials that are needed in order to keep dwarf crocodiles are already here, which is absolutely great, and that makes the crocodiles very, very, very happy indeed. It takes 10 days for them to grow, and after they're fully grown, then they will start procreating, which is very, very nice indeed. I'm gonna buy maybe 1 or 2 more. I feel like this is a little bit lame, but at the same time, we could just let them expand themselves. I think we get 1 more, right? 1 more is a pretty happy medium, to be honest, right? Also, any other financial objectives? Oh, fried egg jellies. Oh, we've already got a fried egg jelly. Excellent. I didn't see that one yesterday, but that'll give us a bunch of additional base prestige. Cool. Porcupine stingray. I do want to start buying some of these fancy fish, these fancy fishy friends. I do want to do that, and as a consequence, I am going to do it. Okay. 2 more. And we need a little bit more snake grass. There we go. Okay, that looks like a pretty decent exhibit to me, to be honest. I hope that people are going to be able to come and look at it. It is a little bit out of the way, to be honest, so I can kind of see why people wouldn't see it, but I guess we just have to hope, right? We just have to hope. Is this tank getting the filtration that it needs? Not really, unfortunately. Although it looks like that is mostly because a malfunctioning pump was occurring. This pump was not fixed. Okay, apparently, no, that's a complete lie. Apparently, we just need more filtration anyway. Right, well, what can we do about that? Frightfully little, to be honest. We've got a large RO machine, so we can at least swap a small RO machine out with a large RO machine. And then maybe in the middle here, we can see if we can stick down a big pump. Will that do it? That doesn't actually do it. That's a crying shame. What about a... I don't even know. A UV sterilizer? Helps achieve higher water quality. Try that. That seems to do just the trick, which is excellent. We've got the fried egg jelly, so as a consequence, we have 110 additional base prestige, which is really, really nice. And then we're still just waiting for that flippin' butterfly ram, which I really should investigate. I really, really should investigate. I also really don't want to look at my emails at all. The email situation is so bad that I really don't ever want to look at it again, quite frankly, but there we are. This area needs a little bit of fixing, I believe. So this is not ideal. We'll stick in a thing right over there, and that should hopefully make everything work just a little bit better. Chilling and filtration, that should all happen. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of stuff that needs to get fixed, and a lot of fish that need to get fed. And I keep on just hiring people, and it really seems to make no difference at all. I mean, it makes a difference to my bottom line, absolutely, but it doesn't make a difference to the number of fish that are getting fed, unfortunately. Have I maybe got too few boxes just sort of meandering around? I'm really not sure. Also, are people even using these feeding stick dispensers? I feel like they're not. Also, what the heck are you doing here? Get out of the back. Get out of the back. You should not be over here. Right. That in there. Just to make sure that people are kept out. There is a there's too few bits of herb in here. Right. Does that make any difference? Yes, it does. Throw that all down. Excellent. Wonderful. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. We're probably going to hit prestige rank 11 pretty darn soon, I would imagine. It would be even sooner if we observed the butterfly ram, but alas, that's fine. What other fish can I get, by the way? There are a couple of other freshwater fish that I haven't managed to get thus far. An electric eel? An electric eel is not a terrible idea. If I want to do... is there a way that I can check? No, there's no way that I can check acidity of the tank. Maybe I should see if tank 31 can receive an electric eel. It's an electric eel. Each animal's between the size of 3 and 11, and these guys are 15. Okay, I mean, I think maybe we try introducing the electric eel into the piranha tank. It seems a little bit dangerous, however, cannot be eaten under any circumstances and is immune to the effect of biters. Okay, well, let's just throw you into the piranha tank then, eh? What's the issue? You need a little cave to reside in? That's totally fine. That is absolutely totally fine. I am quite happy to provide you with a cave. Excellent. What else do you need? You need a 3x3 space with which to exist in. So I tell you what, maybe we can do a little bit of maneuvering of decorative bits and bobs in this tank. Why am I not able to move? Yeah, we'll move this over there, and then we'll move this over here. Sure. No. No, not that one. This one. Excellent. Where do we want to stick you? Over there, I guess. Does that make everyone happy? That makes everyone happy. Wonderful. Okay, so we've got an electric eel now as well, which is pretty great. Probably not going to be super visible, chilling out in that cave in the corner there, but I mean, doesn't particularly matter for me. I believe people still will be able to come and visit the exhibit and at least maybe think that there's an eel in there, so that's kind of nice. And that is everything with the exception of a shrimp, right? That's everything with the exception of a shrimp in the freshwater section. In the saltwater section, have we got everything? I think we have. Just briefly scrolling through everything here. An Emperor's Anglefish. Sure, we can try throwing that down somewhere. I don't really know. Emperor's Anglefish. Dislikes congeners. Okay, well that's a no-go then for you. Could always throw you into this tank, although I suspect that this tank you will be in with a chance of being eaten, because you eat animals with the size of 1 to 11. So yeah, got to imagine that that you are in with a chance of being eaten there. However, is there anywhere else? Is there anywhere else that we can really put you? I don't know if there is. What about in here? Nope, another anglefish is present. It's a bit of a bummer. In here? Man, there are loads of anglefish around here. That is a real problem. What about the eel tank? The eel tank, how big? How big are the fish that eat the eels? Okay, you know what? Let's see if we can try and move you to the eel tank. How about that? Let's move the Emperor Anglefish to the eel tank. Ah, except it's not big enough quite yet. So instead, I'm going to ditch one of the eels from the eel tank. Goodness gracious me, this is becoming very, very complicated. And then we get Emperor Anglefish and we throw you in there. Right? But you're still unhappy. I don't believe it. I do not flippin' believe it. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to sell this flippin' fish. Maybe it deserves a tank of its own, frankly. Maybe it deserves a tank of its own. Most of the fish seem happy, although there are like a couple of outliers which seem to be a little bit disgruntled. But I guess that's okay. Are any people seeing this tank? I don't think there are many people seeing this tank. 41%. 41% of people actually get to view the wonderful dwarf crocodiles that we've ended up placing down. Okay, so I'm gonna create a little one-way system here. Get a floor arrow in there, floor arrow in there. Excellent. So that should create a little bit more visibility for these fish down at the back. I say fish, crocodiles, fish. It's an interchangeable word in my mind. Probably shouldn't be, but there we go. No new deals. No. I do want to get a green anaconda. That does seem pretty darn cool if you ask me. Okay, 5,600 prestige. That ain't super bad. Panther grouper, anything else? Emperor anglefish. Goodness me, I really didn't think that these would be such a difficult fish to cater for. I really did not. Right, you know what? Let's just get a lagoon tank. Sure, let's get a lagoon tank, and I'm gonna get literally a singular fish in it. Except I'm not gonna stick the tank over here because this thematically doesn't go. Because this is freshwater. This is a freshwater area. Where would a tank least be out of place? I guess over here is a pretty good place. Sure, we'll throw it down over there. Throw it down over there, and we will just set up a little pumping setup to cater for the needs of the fish. Get a large pump over there. Excellent. What do we need? We just need heat. We need water. And that is it. Filtration. Heat. Man, it is nice working with a reasonably small tank for once. Like, it is an absolute ease to do all the supplies and whatnot. Krill. Have we got krill over here? We got krill over here. So we'll probably be fine with that distance. So that's kind of great. All right, so that's another fish that we've got in there, which is grand. Very, very chuffed with that. Are we managing to filter the water here, or is this just not working? I feel like this just isn't working. So let me see if I can stick down a UV sterilizer, which seems to do everything that's needed. Although I say that, we still don't have the appropriate level of water quality. which is very surprising to me because I kind of anticipated that that would solve all of our problems. Right, sell that then, because apparently that's just a whole hunk of garbage. Get that down instead, and then get this down as well. We'll throw down a little pumping setup around the back here. See if that makes any difference. Okay, wonderful. And we'll go for a large not nitrate. Large protein skimmer. Does that make a difference? No, but another large protein skimmer will do just the trick. Okay, it's a little bit more convoluted than I originally anticipated, although I think we ended up saving a little bit of money there. Also, you are stuck. I'm gonna move you. Excellent. All right, so that's another fish. That's the Emperor Anglefish taken care of. Anything else? I literally do not think that there are any other fish that we have not placed down right now. A big-bellied seahorse. A big-bellied seahorse is a great crowd pleaser, and so I feel like we should get another tank at the front of the museum to do the seahorses. I mean, I know we've got a seahorse tank over here, but what are the chances of me moving some stuff around over here? You know, some of these more basic tanks. I mean, the zebra eel, I mean, do these really need to go here? Not particularly. Not really at all. Although in saying that, I could just throw down another tank over here, couldn't I? I think I can. I think I can totally do that. Okay. Let's throw down a bin, or at least move the bin over there. And then let me see if I can stick in a lagoon tank. Yep, right over there. Brilliant. And then we will throw in all of the seahorse. 3, 4. How does that work? Right. You guys are obviously pretty unhappy because I haven't accounted for any of your needs yet. But that's fine. Oh, goodness gracious me. That is nowhere near enough foliage. I may need to reconsider that decoration, actually. In fact, I think I will reconsider that decoration. Right, give me the most amount of foliage you've got in a single... Is it the velvet horn? I think the velvet horn is what we need. 9 out of 16. Oh, goodness gracious me. We may be stuck here. I don't think this is going to be large enough. We'll either have to ditch one of the seahorses or something. I don't know what we're going to have to do here. It's not good, though. It's not good. It's not ideal. Anything else? No, don't think so. Hey, that's enough. Okay, excellent. That's great. That's wonderful. Right, so let's get a chiller. In fact, can I just add this as a... Oh, that is perfect. Oh, that is so unbelievably perfect. So we're just able to add that as an additional tank to the pumping setup. That is really, really cool. Live Myas shrimp. I have no idea what live Myas shrimp is, although I suspect much like the live Artemia culture, it seems like we need to keep it alive, which is a bit of a bummer, but that's fine. All right, so we should be able to cater for both of these seahorses now. So that is going to be yet more prestige coming our way, and it's going to be coming our way real quick, which is pretty darn good. It seems like we're not able to crest over that 5,600 prestige mark, which is a little bit of a bummer, to be honest. But I mean, I'm sure we'll get there one day, right? I mean, as long as we just keep on adding more and more fish, we will eventually get there. I also really feel like I should be checking my emails, but goodness gracious me, they're just coming in. They're just coming in too thick and fast. It's not ideal. Not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. Also, are we having eating problems? Are the fish deciding to eat some of these things, some of these bits of decoration? Or is it because there are new fish being added to the pool? It may well be the fact that there are new fish being added to the pool. There we go. Okay. A bit more floating lettuce. Wonderful. Yeah, there are predators present. That's absolutely fine. Okay, 5,900. I think we're gonna easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're gonna hit rank 11 right now, which is brilliant. And that gets us a couple of additional decorations and whatnot. Any interesting fish? A green turtle? Yes. An angel shark? Yes. A spotted ray? Yes. That's very, very cool. An island beach tank and a viewing platform tank. Wonderful. Okay, well, let's immediately get to work on all of this research and all of these fish. I want to get a green turtle first, right? Like, that's the priority, surely. Is there any chance that maybe those green turtles could exist in the same tank as the eastern long-necked turtle? Dare I say that maybe is a step too far, an ambition too far, I suspect. Yeah, I don't even know what the requirements of the green turtle are going to be. It can go in big tanks, to be honest. It can go in really, really big tanks. It grows to the size of 45, so I suspect that it probably wouldn't be appropriate to stick it in the small tank that we've got. In saying that, maybe we could fit one in. No, we can't. We can't unless we get rid of all of our other turtles, which I don't really want to do because they're bringing in good points. Right, should we see what we can improve upon in the guests' minds? That horse-eyed jack looks stressed. Okay, a lot of people complaining about the horse-eyed jacks looking stressed. There are 2 horse-eyed jacks in this tank right now. Why don't I get another horse-eyed jack? Because I think they need 3 in order to live together. They totally do. They totally do. And I'm not quite sure what happened to the other one. I suspect that it maybe died. Okay, put 2 in there. See if that makes a difference. Some of them may get eaten because this green eel eats between size 1 and 11, and these guys are only 10 at this moment in time. But that's fine. At least they're less stressed now, which is wonderful. Right, what is the last milestone that we need to hit? 7,830. Right, well, we can probably manage to throw that together, I imagine, over the course of the next 30 minutes. I highly suspect that we are going to hit our last prestige milestone. A green turtle. Excellent. Right, let's get the spotted eagle ray. That seems pretty cool. Sure, let's get the spotted eagle ray. That sounds wonderful. I tell you what, after we get the big UV sterilizer, I know what I'd like to get. I'd like to get the island beach tank, because that is where we can stick the brand new green turtle. Won't that be a lovely fitting environment for the turtle to thrive in? I certainly hope so. Right, anything else that people are getting stressed about? The Atlantic cod looks stressed. The Atlantic cod, I think, are in here. No, that's an Atlantic pollock. Are the Atlantic cod in here? Seemingly so, but I don't know why they look stressed. Everything is fine, from what I can see. It might be the fact that we just don't have enough members of staff. So you know what? Let's do a little bit of a recruiting spree and make the game chug during the process. So a huge number of additional staff, almost more staff than guests, apparently. Which sounds kind of ridiculous to say, but it almost looks that way. Are people using these sticks here? I really wish people would use these sticks. No. What are you doing? I don't know. Also, you know, we can do zones. We can do zones, and I haven't thus far done any zones. Maybe we should zone the entirety of the freshwater area out as a place to deal with. Right, zone 1. Sure. Oh, no. Right, this is all zone 1. How about that? Excellent. All zone 1. Do we want to equip people to this specific zone? How do I move people to a specific zone? All right, spotted eagle ray, excellent. Just keep on working through. Alright, I have absolutely no idea how to assign people to a zone. Is there a way that I can select more than one person at a time? Or am I going to have to literally go through and manually click them all into a zone? Okay, this seems like a bit of a counterproductive exercise, to be honest. It just doesn't seem like it's that important to create zones. Maybe there are extra efficiencies to be had there, but to be honest, I don't feel like it's that big of a deal. Anyway, you know what? We've unlocked the beach tank now, so we don't have to faff around with zones any longer. How big can I make this? I can make it pretty darn big, but I don't actually want it to be that big. 168. 168 is good to me. Sounds perfect, actually. Right. Why the heck no access for staff? Is that really the problem there? Alright, well, you know what? Let's see if we can expand this area just a smidgen more. I know. The color scheme needs to change, and it will change. You know what? I think this is deep enough. I think this is deep enough for a tank. Also, what's the issue here? Risk of death because of hunger? That's not good. Okay, hire more staff. Hire many more staff. Right. Okay, so let's get the platforms all sorted out, and then we will get our turtles. I'm going to put in a bit of wall across there, even though that will probably become a tank in its own right fairly shortly. Let's go back to freshwater. Let's find the turtle. Unless the turtle isn't a freshwater beast. Apparently it's not. Apparently it's not a freshwater beast. Okay. Let's get 1, 2, 3 in there. Okay, we'll get 3 in there. I know it's not freshwater, but I mean, I don't think we really have any other space to put it anywhere else. Unless, of course, we were to expand this area over here. Let's do that. Let's expand this area over here, and let's move this tank over there. Wonderful. Let me move that over there. Cool, cool, cool. This access way seems like remarkably empty. Yeah, the viewing figures for this area are abysmal. Genuinely abysmal. It sucks pretty darn hard that I've gone to all of this effort to get a wonderful shark tank, and yet here we are with people not using it. I suppose there is a bit of confusion as to where people should be going. Yeah, let me see if I can ditch this floor arrow. How about that? Let me ditch this floor arrow and instead put it in over here. And instead, we will throw in a bit of a wall over there. How about that? Alright. And then, you know what? Let's throw up another wall over here. How's that work? That seems to work pretty darn well. Alright. More research. Let's just continue to send people around here. Continue to send people around. I want them to experience this museum as a circuit. Okay. A couple of beasts are gonna die if I don't take care of them, so let's sort that out right now. Okay. Let's start with a heater. Excellent. Then we will deal with filtration. Get a mega filter. Will that be enough? Yes, surprisingly it will be. And then we will do chain Halimeda. Cool. Right. What do we need here? Green pellets. Green pellets. Literally ye old basic green pellets. The thing that started it all. Well, almost started it all. Also, I'm gonna stick down a feeding stick over here because I'm just kind of hopeful that it's gonna make a difference. I don't think the feeding sticks over here are being utilized like at all. So I'm gonna sell off like all of them, and then maybe see if we can try and get a bunch of different other tools. So that's a tool belt that we've just plonked down there. A backpack dispenser. We'll get 4 of them, sure. There's a sneaker dispenser as well, which increases the fitness talent. I don't really know if people are going to utilize these, but I guess we can but hope. Anyway, I think that should be... I think that should be absolutely everything that is required in order to make the... turtles happy. Indeed, it seems to be, which is great. This needs to be across there like so. And we need to throw in a staff door here. And then we need to move you back outside. Cool. All right, so are we having any more luck getting people moving around in a circular fashion? I think so. I think people seem to be having a good time moving around, which is excellent. Maybe I just need to really drive it home to people. Right. There we go. Okay, try that. And then we will get rid of this entire area, actually. There we go. Okay, wonderful. So, I think it's finally time. To do the color scheme for this area. So, Rivet Ridge is the vibe that we're going for. Excellent. Okay. This area will get tanks at some point, I'm assuming. Wonderful. 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 All the tanks are now appropriately painted. There we go. Make sure all the walls are painted too. Excellent. And the walls down here. Just a slosh of paint. On to the next bit of research. Wonderful. Also, where did all of our prestige go? I think it probably just went because we introduced this idea of a one-way system. Apparently, that's a bad thing to have in place if you want people to see all of the stuff in any given museum or any given aquarium. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It's not good. I suspect that it might just take a couple of days for people to get into the swing of things. Right, this isn't working, so apparently we're gonna need to throw down a nitrate dispenser. That's cool. Any fish getting stressed? A couple of fish getting stressed. Irritatingly. But everything looks fine for the most part. Rather a large number of outstanding feeding operations. Right, so let's hire a bunch of additional staff again. If I have a little look at my balance sheet, cash flow statement, if you'd like, we are making money, not a heck of a lot. The staff salaries and the animal food is really taking a big piece out of our profit. Yeah, 435 bucks is what we made over the course of that day. That is remarkably bad. Remarkably bad. Honestly, the more I spend on animal food, the more I'm convinced that the fish are actually getting fed exactly what they need to be fed. So that is, in a way, a really good thing to see. Right, the game is really chugging hardcore right now. It's not good. It's not looking particularly smooth. Have to be honest. Not looking particularly smooth at all. Also, people seem to occasionally be sneaking behind this line over here. I want to make sure that absolutely everyone knows you're not allowed to do that. Okay, take that bit of wall out. Right. Yeah, we don't allow people to walk back along the arrows. That's not what we want to see. We want to have progress throughout the exhibit, throughout the entirety of the aquarium. And yet, still, we're not seeing the figures that we want to be seeing on our turtle enclosure. That's not good. Also, the dwarf crocodile, I thought it would be a big draw. It kind of hasn't, which sucks a little bit, but I guess it is what it is, right? But I mean, we've got turtles, for goodness sake. Green flippin' turtles. Yeah, that's right. You enjoy looking at those turtles, don't you? Well, why don't more people come and see them? I mean, to be fair, it is quite far away from the front. But in saying that, I mean, this is an aquarium. It's only like, I don't know, what, 100 meters? 200 meters? 300 meters tops? It's not a hugely long walk. I mean, we've got an 89% viewing rating on this tank right here. And then we have a 12% viewing rating on this tank over here. Like, the one-way arrows, like, absolutely torpedo the number of tanks that can actually be viewed. I feel like maybe instead of having a long and thin aquarium, which is what we've apparently got, it's better to go short and wide, maybe. So instead of having, you know, bespoke exhibits, I honestly feel like maybe the best thing to do would just be to open up this area and add a whole bunch of extra tanks in here. Just cram them right in. Because most of our prestige, I mean, I feel like we've probably already achieved prestige rank 12, but it's only because we just haven't had people visit all of the exhibits. This aquarium is untidy. Why are people calling the aquarium untidy? And who's not picking up stuff? Discarded fizzy drink. Is it because there are no brooms left? That is an issue. Right, so without further ado, let's get that fixed, shall we? Right. Broom stand, sponge tank. Okay, whoops. Give me... no. Broom tank. Broom stand. Excellent. Right, wonderful. Okay, so that's immediately going to raise our prestige by 50, which is really, really nice. A sponge sink. Suspect that we'll need a couple of those, so let's throw those down. Anything else? Tool stations, mic headset. We'll get some tool stations over here. Will that make a difference? I sure as heck hope it will. So everyone should be able to grab a broom, if indeed there's any dirt anywhere around. Wonderful. And that's us completely researched, which is kind of crazy. Very, very crazy, in fact. Wonderful. Go, go, go. Disallowed? Why am I not... Why... Okay, so they are allowed to use brooms. Okay, so everyone's allowed to use everything. Do I need to assign the backpacks to certain people? I don't think I do, right? Surely not. That's ridiculous if that's the case. I don't feel like I need to micromanage my staff to that degree. But we are having serious issues here in terms of being able to feed all of our fish. Maybe zoning is the correct way to go about dealing with this. Horse-eyed jack. Okay, so as anticipated, the horse-eyed jacks did end up dying, which is really, really bad. They ended up dying presumably because they were eaten. I imagine that that's exactly what happened. Angel shark. We should get an angel shark. We should do that. Horse-eyed jack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I know. I know that you guys are unhappy about this. I get that. Some of you are gonna die though, and I just have to appreciate that. Okay, what other problems do we have? Red-bellied piranhas. Apparently, we've got nowhere near enough, which is a bit of an issue. The reason that I think some of these red-bellied piranhas ended up dying was because there is a predator in the tank that can eat them, right? No. That's not true. Okay. We still need more... We still need more stuff. Look at all of the problems. Look at all of the flippin' problems that we've got. Like, goodness gracious me, we have got, like, gargantuan number of problems. Giant water lily. Oh, I'd love to get a giant water lily. However, I don't think it's possible for us. Yeah, we used to have an eel in this tank, didn't we? We had an electric eel in this tank, and the electric eel is apparently dead. Where the heck did the electric eel go? I can only assume that it died. Right, sell this fish, sell this fish. Right. So that's fine. Sell this fish, sell this fish, sell this fish. Okay, that's the perfect ratio, right? That's the perfect ratio. We want 6 to 1. However, in saying that, some of these piranhas aren't fully grown, and therefore they're going to end up getting absolutely annihilated. Right. There's a water filtration issue from time to time. You're a little bit unhappy. Black-tip reef shark is not fed, which is fine. I mean, look. Mostly everything is okay. Like, mostly everything is fine. And it seems like all of the issues are slowly but surely being fixed. How are the green turtles doing? They're a little bit unhappy because of the whole heating thing. Also, this is just a disgrace. This is just, it looks awful. Looks absolutely dreadful. I honestly feel like maybe zoning is our only option. But at the same time, I don't really want to zone too much. All right, let me see if I can zone. What do I need to do? I need to toggle. I can't toggle zones apparently, which is a bit of a bummer. Let's go into staff. Let's go into manage. And let's go into the zone management tool, which apparently really makes the game go very slowly. Okay, create a brand new zone. Can I create a brand new zone over here, please? Yeah, thank you. No, oh goodness gracious me. This is lagging. This is lagging real hard. We're going only at 1x speed now, which is kind of crazy, but there we go. Okay, so I really don't know who's best to go here. Like, we've got to... Okay, just let me assign a zone to you. Oh, God. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Okay. You go to zone 2. 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 Who's qualified to be in zone 2? I have absolutely no idea. However, these people should hopefully just pootle around. Delete zone. No, I don't need to rename the zone. Alright. Exit out of the zone interface, which still makes the game go super duper slowly. And so now we should have like a gargantuan number of people behind the scenes here who should all just chill out and do nothing except feed the fish here and fix the tanks. It really feels like it's a super inefficient way to do things, and staff should just find the best place to work, but I mean, what do I know? What the heck do I know? Not very much, as it turns out. Man, not good. All right, anything in the emails to report on? Oh, goodness gracious me. It is very slow. Very slow indeed. Okay. Should I try and get the butterfly ram? I think I should. I need to get the butterfly ram. I'm going to scroll all the way back through my emails. Interested in some green anaconda? Yes, although not that interested if I need to grow a plate coral. Interested in some bonnet head shark. I can grow an electric eel. However, my electric eel, I think, died semi-recently. No, not that tank. Where's the piranha tank? Right here. Yeah. Piranha tank is in here. It looks fine. So maybe we'll be able to sell this eel once we're up to full growth. Porcupine River Stingray. I mean, I'd love to, but not that interested. Copperhead Butterfly. Sorry, Copper Band Butterfly. Right, Discus, no. Spotted boxfish. It looks like a lovely fish, to be honest. A lovely fish, but I'm not that interested. Tasseled Wobblegong Shark. Nope. Wolfish, butterfly ram. Okay, this is what we need. This is what we need. So, we need to drag an eel, right, from here into here. Excellent. So, we get a butterfly ram, and that is excellent. What's the issue here? Have the horseye jacks ended up... Ugh. Hold on. Put them back in there. What's the issue with the horseye jacks now? What is the issue with the horseye jacks? They've just not been fed. They've just not been fed. Shock horror, somebody hasn't fed the fish. Okay. Right, where the heck am I going to stick these butterfly rams? Also, we need to throw down another green eel into that tank. I think it should survive. I mean, we used to have 2 in here. Let's throw 2 back in there, sure. Alright, then we'll throw down another tank, I guess, in order to keep these other tanks. Viewing tank with platform. Sure. Where do we want to stick it? Right over here, I guess. Sure. Absolutely fine. It seems like a very, very big tank for some butterfly ram. However, I said I was going to do it, and therefore I am going to do it. Right. Butterfly ram. Let's get them all moved out here. Oh, it's freshwater. It's a freshwater fish as well. I didn't even realize, but that is great. Holy cow! It is a acidic fish as well. All right, well, video game. If that's what you want to do, then that's fine with me. That is absolutely okay with me. All right, ditch that, ditch that, ditch that. What else do we need? We need a nitrate reactor. Cool. That gets us above the filtration quality there. Doing the heating is going to be quite a task, so we're going to need 2 of those guys. We're probably going to need to get a large RO machine or a mega RO machine. To be honest, the bigger the RO machine, the better, I suspect. Mega RO machine. Excellent. A single mega one will fit the bill. And then we just need a whole bunch of weeds, right? And then a whole bunch of stones. Yeah, we'll do that over there. And that is perfect. So the butterfly rams, we have got. Excellent. And so that's going to give us 85 base prestige. I feel like it's little consolation, to be honest, in the grand scheme of things. I feel like maybe it could be a bit more, given that this is like the end game quest, which apparently we've just waited until the very end of the game in order to roll out. I still don't really understand how the viewing figures are the way that they are. So 48%, 50% on this tank. Very, very low comparative, right? 45, 47% on that tank, 53% on this tank. And yet this tank has got 70%. How? How when this tank is like after this tank on the route? And it just doesn't seem like there are very many new people coming through. I wonder if I can toggle... Yeah, okay. Toggle it closed. Toggle it closed. And then just get everyone out, right? So everyone stream right out, please. I know it's gonna, you know, torpedo my my finances, but I think it's kind of a worthwhile endeavor. I want to see exactly where the people end up going. I really, really do. It takes a heck of a long time for people to just get out, doesn't it? Right, so the staff are able to keep on working, keep on feeding. That's cool. Keep on fixing, etc. All right. So are we 100%? Are we 100% without the public inside? I think we are. Okay. Prestige is continuing to drop, or it will start to drop, but that's fine. All right. Let's toggle it open. Wowzers, the entrance price is $183. I don't think I have any say in customizing what that actually is. I suspect that it's probably based on... Look, you can't go here. You cannot go here. I've told you, this is not allowed. You're not allowed to go this way. Could you please Could you please not go this way? Could you please go straight through? Don't go there. What the heck is happening? What the heck is this? I put these one-way arrows down for good reason, to hopefully try and direct people in the right direction, and yet it just doesn't flippin' work, does it? It doesn't flippin' work. You know what? Stick a t-shirt shelf down here. I feel like that's the only bit of money-making apparatus that I haven't yet placed down, apart from the massage chair, which I still refuse to place down. Either way, I'm deeply disturbed. I'm deeply disturbed that apparently these floor arrows are just for show, and nobody takes them seriously at all. What is the point of a floor arrow if you're not going to follow it? Serious question. Serious question. Can I throw down an additional floor arrow, perhaps? Like, over here? I mean, I can, but I don't have the cash. And also, I mean, I would dearly love to adjust the price so that it's not prohibitively expensive to enter. I also feel like we are making... Well, we're making negative money because I ended up shutting the museum for a day. The museum. Why do I keep saying museum? I was saying zoo a couple of episodes ago, and now I'm saying museum. It's not great. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get where people are going. I don't get what people are seeing. It doesn't make sense to me. It makes, frankly, zero sense to me. And people are still able to get through here. You're only supposed to see this fish hat stand from the other direction. You're not supposed to see it if you're coming from this side. From the entrance. Oh, man, that is so deeply infuriating that it can't even explain with words how irritated I am. So all of these floor arrows you're telling me, video game, it's just for show. They're just advisory floor arrows. In fact, you don't even need to obey the laws of convention. You can just skip around the aquarium however you like. Well, I say no to that. I'm very displeased with this. Very, very displeased. Indeed. Yep. What can I even say? Water temperature's too low for the octopus. That ain't great. And still stuff isn't getting fed. That's what kind of blows my mind, is that how many staff do we have and stuff still isn't getting fed? I mean, we've got so many staff that the game lags whenever I open up the staff box. And we have a ridiculously large number of idle staff, which is, I mean, terrible. Terrible for the bottom line, to be honest. Terrible, terrible, terrible for the bottom line. Is there just some magical trick that I'm missing? Is there something that I need to do? Is it perhaps to do with the fact that I don't have enough feeding boxes? Are the boxes perhaps... No, I don't know. I don't think there's anything that I'm particularly missing. I mean, the boxes all seem to be restocked in good time, and everyone seems to be doing their bit, and I don't know what I really could be missing, to be honest. I really don't. I really, really don't. It's also kind of weird that, you know, people stay in the museum... Gosh darn it, I keep saying museum. People stay in the aquarium for multiple days at a time. Like... I mean, you've been in the museum... Oh, I just can't even do it anymore. You've been in the aquarium for multiple days. Everyone's been in the aquarium for multiple days. Nobody stays just for a day. Nobody goes round in a day. Which I suppose would be kind of ridiculous, given that this is a video game. I appreciate that. However, for goodness sake, you can't spend a week in an aquarium, for goodness sake. Right. These fish can't grow because they're not being fed, which is irritating because they're gonna get eaten. They're gonna get eaten by the eel. Oh, we haven't actually replaced the eel. Or maybe I replaced the eel and it's just died. To be honest, I have no idea. Every fish seemingly seems to be at a risk of starvation due to staff negligence, to be honest. Still, a 7% viewing rating on my turtles. That infuriates me. What is the point? Even this area, by the way, that I zoned with like a gazillion people. doesn't even look like it's working that well. Well, I suppose maybe it's working a little bit better than everywhere else, but that's only because everywhere else is working so so unbelievably poorly. Man, that is irritating. At 5%. These turtles are majestic as all heck. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I do not get it. And we're only able to lose money apparently, which is grand. We lose a variety. We lose rather a large amount of money. It's mostly seemingly because of staff salaries. I suspect that I could probably, like, just get rid of half of my staff. I mean, there's no easy way to tell at a glance if they're busy or not. I mean, there is a way to tell at a glance if I open up the staff interface and lag the whole darn game. You can see all of these idle staff. But there's no way that I can just fire all of the idle staff all at once. And even if I did want to, there are seemingly so many fishing jobs, or fish feeding jobs outstanding that I wouldn't want to do that. Like, I don't want to fire the staff. But look, there's, you know, there's stuff that needs to be done. There is stuff that needs to be done, and seemingly nobody's doing it. Very, very strange indeed. All right, the prestige does seem to be climbing up again, which is great. That green turtle looks stressed. The green turtle does not look stressed. The green turtle does not look stressed, does it? Oh yeah, because it hasn't been fed in 2 days, which is a bit of a bummer. It's not good. Not good at all. Is there any way that I can expand the zone? There is a way that I can expand the zone, although if I do want to expand the zone, it's gonna end up creating an immense amount of lag. Zone 2, let's zone this as zone 2, shall we? Right. So then everyone that's currently working in this area can now also work in the turtle enclosure, which is kind of fun, right? I guess might make feeding and repairs just a little bit quicker. I don't know. I feel like zoning maybe is the answer, but at the same time, I feel like maybe it's also not the answer, given that the staff seem so unbelievably inept at doing their jobs anyway, that maybe assigning them a zone is just going to make, frankly, zero difference. I can't believe the floor arrows. What is the point of having an option to stick down a floor arrow if they ain't going to do jack? Oh my goodness, that's so unbelievably irritating. You know what? On that unbelievably irritating note, I think we're gonna wrap this episode up. I also think we're gonna wrap the series up. A little bit of a weird end, to be honest. But we got a whole bunch of this this brand new DLC explored, which is wonderful, including the dwarf crocodiles. You know, we got the turtles, we got the butterfly rams. We've got 3 of them left. We did have 6 of them. Some of them managed to die somehow. Not entirely sure how that happened. I blame the video game. I hold no responsibility for this. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this series of Megaquarium. I've been Potato. Thanks also to all of the fantastic Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/Potato. Also, thanks to Banana Nana and C Senpai for being the 2 $25 plus tier patrons. Thank you very, very much for watching, folks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.